Jamall, from right here. First of all, congratulations on your first UFC stoppage. We saw the emotions in there after the fight, after you won the fight. So I guess, how are you feeling now that it's, you're out of the octagon and all the hard part is over?
I mean, I feel amazing. Uh, wow. You know, took a long time to get here, very long time. Like, had to sacrifice a decade away from my family. Get to fight at Madison Square Garden. It's just a lot. Like, feel like I'm living a dream, you know. Like, and I get to do it with people I respect and I love. I got love for it, so that's amazing too. So I'm on cloud nine. I'm on cloud nine.
Well, I was going to ask that is like, could you even put into words? Because like you said in there were a lot of obstacles to get here, and it doesn't get much better than getting your first stoppage win inside Madison Square Garden to kick off the UFC's 30th anniversary. So can you even put into words what you're feeling right now?
Not really. Like, I'm a part of history. Like, like I'm making history. My name gonna be in the record books. Like, wow. Yeah, it's just hard to explain. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just like, I'm still in shock, you know. Coming from where I come from, um, like, I remember telling people my dream and they laughed in my face, you know. Got ridiculed because I wanted to do something different from what everybody else was doing. Like, growing up in Miami, nobody did martial arts. Nobody wrestled, played football, and ran track. You know, I remember when I first started to wrestle, nobody would show up to the meets. Now I'm in Madison Square Garden and I got people from all over the world looking at me. So it's just amazing, like how that took a while, but it finally happened where like I could show the world my art.
When you said there were obstacles, is that the type of stuff you were talking about? Just a lot of people not believing you would get here?
Yeah, just that, a lot of setbacks. Just life got in the way sometimes. Um, you know, having to like like I lived in a broom closet for a while. A lot of people don't know that. Like, lived in the ceiling in the gym for a little while too. Like, places I had to like live in and just to get to this point, like it was all worth it. Cause now my life is changed for sure. After this, like I'm pretty sure a lot more doors gonna open for me. So I'm just excited to see what's next. You know.
And in terms of the actual fight, Joe Rogan, on commentary right out of the gate he said Jamall was in flow right away. He just looked like it was your octagon. You were dictating the pace early. So I guess, was that the game plan? And I guess what was different in this fight in preparation from past fights that kind of led to this outcome?
I think it was just it's when I started camp, like it just felt um like it just felt right. Like everything was clicking early. Like I, I'm picking up on things a lot faster. Like stuff's just starting to connect a lot quicker. So all I had to do was just press play when I got into the cage, you know, and that's what happened.
I do have to ask about the weigh-in. Was it just mistiming, or was there something specific in camp that led
Yeah,
to
it was mistiming because when I woke up the day of weigh-ins, I only had 6 pounds, so it was just mistiming.
And I know you're still reflecting on this one, but I got to ask, like, when do you want to fight again? And is there dates, opponents, locations that you can look at?
Whenever anybody can get it.
Jamall, right here. Congrats. Oop, right in front of you. Congrats on the win. Obviously, you're really embracing this, but you talked about how this win's going to open some doors for you going forward. I guess Where do you feel like you're going to end up in the division this year? Like, are you trying to establish yourself in the rankings? Like, do you feel like that's an obtainable goal for 2024?
Oh, for sure. I just got to beat the right guys. It's not about beating 5 guys and getting to a top 10 guy. You know, I got to just get the right fights. If I get the right fights, I can move up a lot quicker. So that's the goal. Just talk to my management and see what we can do from there.
For a guy like you, this win, is it more of like a affirmation of your hard work? Like, was there any doubt coming into a fight like this, coming off a loss? Did you feel any extra pressure? Like, I guess this is your 6th UFC fight, so like, what was it about this specific moment that made you feel that way?
I mean, I've lost before, so that's nothing. Like, I always been able to pick myself back up. It's just certain things I saw in camp, and I'm like, I never did before. So it was new to me. So going into the fight, knowing I can do certain things that I've never done before, it got me more excited. Like, I remember my very first fight, I felt the same way. Like, the excitement was there, and it didn't feel like I was in a fight. It felt like I was like, I'm about to have some fun. And I had fun.
Was that right hand that started it off? Was that something you guys saw like with tape, or I mean, obviously, I'm sure you work on a lot of different things.
Yeah, we saw that with tape. We drilled that a lot, like a lot. Line drills, pad work, bag work, just throwing that cross, just spamming the cross. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Jamall over here. So obviously, MSG fighting here is a dream come true. But did you have any like ill feeling being, in quotes, the enemy, going up against Dennis, who's from New York?
Oh no. It's a job. It's a job. Like, even like we, had a few words exchanged in the weigh-ins. But at the end of the day, like I told him, like I got love for him because he stepped in there with me. We shared a moment together. Like, it was like fighting is really. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not just two guys getting in there just beating each other up. Like, we sharing a moment together. We both human. Like, when he hit the ground, my eyes lit up. But at the same time, I was like, damn, I gotta finish him. I have to. So I just that alone, like, and after I saw he was okay, like, I was like, man, I'm glad you okay. Like, I don't want him to just fight and then that be the end of his career, because he's still young. It's not the end of the road for him. Like, it's not. I already know it's not. Even if he gets cut, he could come back for sure, because I see some skill in him. Like, he's still young. What is that? 14 fights for him? Something like that? Yeah. He still got a lot of learning to do. I'm almost 30 fights in. So, yeah.
And then just to follow up with the MSG question, after the impressive performance, did you feel like you got some of that love, that like MSG crowd love that you've been waiting for finally?
Yeah. Felt good because I thought I was going to get booed, like, bad. Like, because I've been places and they booed the crap out of me, and I'm like, dang. And then sometimes places where, like, well, I'm from around here, why y'all booing me? But here I got some good, mixed. I got some cheers and some jeers, but it was okay.